Hey YouTube, today is a very solemn day. I'll spend most of my day in reflection and not really going to be active today. It's going to be a super short video, but I don't know, man. If you follow me on Snapchat, you'll see my little rant that I got going on, just talking about this whole day. One thing I want to say is that like the whole gangster lifestyle and all that stuff that's being promoted in music and the drugs and go and get it and do this and sell that and flip this and cook that and there's really, I want to say that even though it's in the music and they promote it because some of them, that's what they did to get where they're at, and they were able to get out or they were able to pay their way out or whatever it may be, but that's not everybody's reality, yo. Some people end up dead, which I have seen. And some other people end up in jail, which I'm experiencing and seen. I've seen it and experiencing today. It's hard, man. It's hard because there's this whole thing, the G code. You never break the G code, and that's don't snitch. Don't snitch. And when you're part of that whole lifestyle, you you end up taking the rap for people. You end up getting in trouble for people. And it's like being in class and somebody breaks, the chalkboard or something crazy like that, and a teacher asks if you who broke it, and no one says anything, so the teacher just assumes it was you, and you get expelled. And you're just like taking it just because that's the G code, and that's what y'all do. That's how it goes, and I, it's just hard, man. It's hard because it affects everybody. It doesn't just affect the person that has to go to jail or whatever. It affects family, the friends, girlfriends, that person's job, like all of that. Like when I was a kid, I didn't care. Like I said before, I just lived a carefree. I was just doing things to be doing things. My parents taught me this way, and while I was around them, I did the this way. But it was like as soon as I could get away, it's like in the small amount of time that I had, and I would just, and it's worse too because when your dad's a police officer, your mom's like a nurse going to be a doctor, and or trying to be a doctor. Eventually, she became a doctor like a couple years ago. But then, at least, when she was just like an LPN or alert, whatever that thing's called, you know, people look at you different. And so they expect a certain thing out of you, and so when it's like, well, it's keep down, or you know, you got to prove yourself even more, and you know, I look back and I'm like, man, the fact I didn't get caught or the karma come and get me for my actions, like, I'm freaking lucky, yo. You know, there's a thing in the Bible that talks about if you lead the youth astray, that your punishment is going to just be dire. And it sucks because my cousin and a few others were younger than me, and I'm the one that guided them down that path. I told them it was cool. I remember one of my cousins, and I feel so stupid because that was me then. And my mindset then. I told one of my cousins to go. We were ice skating. Oh, this is so disgusting. But we were ice skating, and there's this girl that was skating around us, and she kept looking at me, and so she didn't have like a bra on or anything, and she had like a super see-through shirt. And I told my little cousin, I was like, "Hey man, go over there and ask her for a hug." And he was like, "Look," he like looked at me like, "Why would he do that?" I was like, "Bro, just do it. Just do it. It'll be funny." And then he went over there, and he's all nervous, and then he said, "Can I have a hug?" And then she gave him a hug, and he ran back, and I praised him. I gave him a high five, and it made him feel proud. You know what I mean? Older cousin, yeah. Ooh, big cuz told you. And he's just like, smiling ear to ear because he did what I asked him to do, and I dapped him up, and we were feeling all cool and stuff. But here I am. What was that, like 13 years ago? I would have been 15. Yeah, here I am, 13 years ago, or 13 years later, looking back on that situation. I'm like, dude, I told a kid to go do that. Not even just a kid, family. And I just, and that's not even the worst thing. A situation like that was probably the worst situation, but there's other things like, I'm not even gonna get into all that, but made bad decisions and led kids down the wrong path. And I don't want to say kids, led a few people that were close to be down the wrong path instead of being the guide that I needed to be, because that was the lifestyle that I was told. Like, hey, if you do this, you'll get that, and you know, it literally, okay. And I'm not saying this to just be whatever. It was like any girl that I wanted to be my girlfriend was my girlfriend. There, there was a few in high school, at the boarding school, that weren't about that, but I'm talking about like in general. Any girl I wanted to be my girlfriend, I got as my girlfriend. Anything I wanted, I could pretty much have. Like, I had pills for days. Cause I never smoked because I never thought smoking was cool or drink, but I was a pill man, and I had pretty much all the pills in the world. And the worst day of my life was when I was in my freshman year in college, and my dad called me and said, "Hey Keith, we found your backpack." And I immediately knew because I thought I brought it with me. Um, and while I was in college, I was gonna make some quick money. But my dad's like, "We found your backpack. What do you want me to do with all these pill bottles?" And I was just like, I remember sitting there in my dorm room like, "Oh my god." I was like, "Dad, just flush it, man." I was like, "I don't need that stuff." Or I forgot what kind of excuse I came up with. He's like, "What is this stuff for?" And I'm like, "Is mom there?" He's like, "Nah." And I'm just like, "Yeah, nah, just throw it away." Like, just, you know, when I say I hate today's music, I hate it because it just promotes that life. And, today is a prime example of the fruits of that labor. You do bad things do happen. You know what I mean? Like I look and I'm a very lucky and blessed person that the karma from a lot of my actions has not come and found me. But at the same time, even though what I have done, I may not have gotten caught or got in trouble for, I I may have I got in trouble other ways, or I got dealt with in a different way, or something else like that. You know what I mean? And it's just I don't know. I, I mean, now that I'm older, I'm looking and I'm like, you know what? This is why I do my music the way I do it, and this is why I talk about the stuff that I talk about, because that lifestyle's stupid, people. If you're out there, if you're selling drugs, or you're out there, you're trapped, you know, trying to be a gangster or whatnot. Like, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I'm gonna call this video a warning shot, because this is that shot. This is that. Don't go over there. Stay away from it. Even just being affiliated, stay away from it. Don't be around those certain places. Don't go those places your parents told you not to go. Don't do those things they told you not to do, because here I am, 27 and a half, almost exactly, still losing people, still dealing with certain things. And it's like, bro, like, this could have all been avoided had I just listened to my mom, listened to my dad, especially my dad, because my dad was like, telling my dad some of the stuff that I've done. I couldn't even, like, before I got to college, we had a tell all basically. So it was like, all right, just tell us everything. And so we sat down, and I told my dad about fights. I told my dad about, I won't get into details of a lot of stuff that I had said, because some of that, like, but anyway, I let my dad know about a few different things in my life, and I was just kind of testing, how far I could go before my dad would just like completely explode and just like fall over, like, because he couldn't believe that his son was a part of so many things. But I look at it now and I'm like, man, had I just listened, I would have avoided so many things, yo, so many things. Like, and that's all it came down to just doing what my parents said. Recently I've been talking a lot about the Bible, and it's just because stuff just keeps popping in my head, and I keep thinking, like, honor your parents, honor thy father and thy mother, so that your days may be long upon the land. Like, I don't care if you're Christian or not. That is a super, like, what do you call that? Straight to the point. Do what your parents say, and you'll live long. Like, do what your parents say. I mean, within reason. Your parents tell you to do coke, don't do coke. But, like, do what your parents say, and you'll be able to. You'll succeed in life. You'll thrive. You know what I mean? Like, I think back to, my life could have been a whole lot easier. Whole lot easier. My dad told me if I got good grades, he'd get me a car. Guess what? I didn't get good grades. Guess who got a car? Not me. Like, my life could have been way easier. Get good grades, do what you're supposed to do. You would have got a car, and I didn't do it. The easiest thing. No. Would it have been a super nice car? Probably not. But I would have had a vehicle. I wouldn't have had to always ask people for rides and stuff. So now that I'm older, I just I make the music that I do to wake people up, to wake the youth up. Lil Yachty calls himself the king of the youth, and I hate that, because his music is just telling kids waste, like, it's all about money and sex and drugs. Like, this is just stupid. Like, so stupid. It makes me so mad. Like, I mean, it literally irks me. Like, I can't even enjoy. I work at a club and they play these songs all the time: booty, shake this, twerk that, and I just it's so annoying. I will tell you. I mean, I love my job, but the music is annoying because it just puts me in like this weird like listen to the songs that we're singing and that's being played over the radio, and then girls wonder why guys treat them the way they do, and they're like, oh my gosh, there's no guys out here. It's because the media, and it's not even like it's not even like it's the guy's fault. It's like the girls know more of the Migos freaking lyrics than anybody else. Like